Hello, ladies. Today, God willing, we're going to learn how to criticize someone without offending them. I'm going to refer to the book Torah for Your Table by Rabbi Yisrael and Rabbi Osher Anshel Youngrice. How to criticize without offending. This is for sure a very difficult thing to do. Sometimes we're pressured by time. Sometimes we are just tired. Sometimes we're in the moment. Sometimes we're stressed, we're challenged. We don't want to think about it. The Parshas and Parshas Devarim teaches us something profound. Moshe, our loyal shepherd, the leader of the Jewish people, in this Parsha is given an amazing task. He knows, first of all, that he will soon die. And at the same time, Moshe is given the job by God himself to review the entire Torah. And at the same time, admonish them for their sins. How does he criticize them without offending? And we have to learn from Moshe Rabbeinu. Just let's think about it. He knew he was going to die. You know, if someone knows that their life is going to end soon, are they going to be so sensitive to everybody else? I mean, they know that their life will end. So it's very, very difficult. But if Moshe Rabbeinu can do it in such a difficult time, we could definitely learn from him. There are 3 steps to criticizing someone, if we have to, without offending them. And we learn them from Moshe Rabbeinu. Step number 1 is to be on guard not to put anyone to shame. In other words, not to embarrass the person. Sometimes, even talking to our children, it's easy for us just to speak across the room and to yell or to scream or talk on a different floor or even in public. And it's easy for us just to get our message across. However, we must consider that we're perhaps embarrassing the child. And if the child is embarrassed, are they really going to improve? In other words, they're going to shut down and they're going to shrink and they're going to feel so helpless and they might even feel angry. We must keep in mind that we must not embarrass the person. We must try our hardest not to embarrass the person who we are criticizing. One tip can be to walk over to the person and making sure that, they're not put to shame, that nobody else can hear what you're going to tell them. In other words, you're saving their face. Number 2 is to speak to them in loving and positive terms. An example of that can be, let's say you're speaking to a child. David, I really appreciate that you helped me today. I would like it done this way in the future. Thank you so much for trying. I really love you. Even the name David, when the person said it so lovingly and calmly, it's already something positive. And we want to really soften our criticism. Think about the Oreo cookie. First, it's the cookie. You're giving that concrete compliment. You're giving that concrete loving message. David, thank you for helping me today. I really appreciate it. And the soft cream, lightly tell the child, I really expected you to do it differently, the way I asked you in the beginning. And at the end, the concrete compliment, again, the cookie, this has to be really clear and concrete. Thank you so much for helping. I really, really appreciate it. And that's it. That's an example of how we can criticize speaking with anyone. This is just an example toward the child. And the 3rd tip is, remember, a few words are more effective than a million others. We don't want to overwhelm the person with so much that we have to say. We want to make it short and simple because it's really hard for a person to look at things differently than you do. It's very hard. And perhaps maybe it's really hard for them to change. It's easy for us sometimes to expect things of others, but really, it takes a lot of patience. It takes uh, time and understanding and compassion from the person's part who's criticizing. So these are three beautiful tips that we can learn from Moshe Rabbeinu, and God willing, may we merit uh, to have great success in communicating with others in a positive way, even when we have to criticize.